comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Let us begin. Time for a beatdown. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Low heavy, taking stock. Sticks the jump in. Grabs him. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Strings it all together.
They can't squander this punish counter chance.
Player one in trouble with no drive. Knockdown. In there. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Immediate jump in. Raises with power wave. Grabs him. Jumps in. Fires a power wave. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Whips with that huge attack. Barely blocks the jump in. Medium kick. Rushes that off and keeps going. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. And it's just enough. Solid lead on the bars. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Long, low attack hit. Nails the anti-air. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireball. What are these fighters thinking now? Nothing but air for the impact. Player two is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player two chases them down. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. The jump in is denied. Taking stock. Takes the chance to hurt him. Gets the jump in. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart for KO. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Burns the drive gauge. That drive impact is blocked. Takes them all the way to hit them with a stop and block. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Jumps in. Just out of range for that throw. Jumps up. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. The jump in is denied. Brings out the super arm. How is this gonna work out for them? Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player two will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. What'll happen here? Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. This is the ideal range to utilize it. Hits the drive! Impact squat! Player two needs to... That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. What? Gets the tips with the low heavy. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. This is a good range to test the opponent's reaction to fireballs. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Uses this opportunity to really lay it down to the wire. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Taking stock. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Takes the chance to hurt him. Sends a bar on the KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. A good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Player 1 chases them down. Can they turn this gauge advantage into something? Knockdown and jumps in. The throw misses. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Rattles them with a spinning bird kick. Hits them with a stop and pop. Player, there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player 2 holding on to that distant KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Absorbs the attack and fires back. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. They were ready for the air attack. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Takes a trip. Oh! Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Good heads-up decision, opting to get some. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes to the overdrive. Can't tech the throw. Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will they do? Jumps in, takes them all the way to the corner with that. Knockdown and... Oh, what's this? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. What'll happen here? Blocks the impact. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could hit them with a stop and pop. Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Pulls out the big gun with a Sultan ground pound. I never get tired of seeing this. Here it comes. All the throw connects. They must have a game plan. Solid anti-air. No, critical art now. Threads it cleanly. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We're in for something special right here, right now.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checking their opponent. Jump in finds the mark. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Will this super art connect? Takes a trip. How will this impact things? Burnout is triggered. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown.
And baits out the attack and gets the punish counter.
Transmissão. The hit throw connects. In there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Was looking for that jump attack. Still slugging it out at this range. Grabs him, goes in with the arabesque. The super doesn't hit. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here. Using the super can open up huge chances for you. Player 2 needs the... Transmissão. That's gonna leave him rattled. Gutsy play with the grab. Just reads the jump in perfectly.
Good presence of mind to pull the trigger.
Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Who's going to steal this win? Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Still plenty of time left. Match just sets up with the jump in. Connects with the throw. Oh, away! You've got to be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Brushes that off and keeps going. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. They're back into the corner now. What now? Ooh, what a smart throw. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that space. Drive impact misses. Turning it right up with the super. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Scrambling here to avoid it. Finds the target. Let's loose the power weight. This is gonna hurt. All with a no throw. Do they have what it takes to steal the round here? Looking for a hole. Power weight. It is over. That was a fight heard round the world. Yo, top that. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Good anti-air. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Mono relies on boosting that metal level up to secure better damage. They're gonna need to work in some grabs somewhere. Ooh, will they hit? Whiff, or even charge in. Tricky territory here. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Impact's a no-go. Nails the anti-air. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy. There's a wall splash. KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Anticipated that counter and blocks. The fighters continue to hit them with a stop and pop. Lots of life to play with. And full SA meters. What will they do? Oh, what's this?
The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage.
Safely increases their throw-down.
Ooh! No! Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter.
Get ready to be thrown in there! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner view. All prepped up, ready to throw him into orbit. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Ooh, you never know what can happen. That's gonna leave him rattled. Was hungry for the grab. Player 2,
Nothing stops this train. Taps him on the toe.
uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Looking for how did they anticipate that jump in? Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Defending that drive gauge. Jumps in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Whoa, hold on. The combo's there. Down to the wire. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Managing their drive gauge well here can open up a lot of good chances for them later in the round. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps in. Looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. They just hit them with a stop and pop. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Going in there. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Comes a new challenger.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Starts with a jump in. Good anti-air. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? What are they thinking here? Player 2 chases them down. Sticks the combo. Throws them to negate the block. Raises with power wave. Nice counter. Taking stock. Like that last attack took some courage. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Burns the drive gauge. Fires a power wave. Jumps up. Blocks the impact. Jumps in. Grabs and throws them away. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Scrapping hits them with a stop and pop. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Bends the meters, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They are not playing around here. Player 2 might have just shifted this round into high super art to show what a PhD and fighters can do for you. This could really tip the scale. Good presence of mind to pull the trigger. No, this will break them. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. What's next? And whiffs. They're wide open. Doesn't tempt the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Who will come out on top in this final round? They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. Oh man, this is a scary range. Player 1 needs to wait this out. Oh, combo! Ooh, what a smart throw! Oh, here we go. From above! Drive impact misses! Player 1 has a big drive gauge lead. Power wave! A jump connects with the throw. Nothing stops this train. And whiffs! They're wide open. Player 1 can't use any drive gauge. Oh, putting it all on the line! Super out of nowhere! The big brain of the competitor is unreal! Perfectly planned, perfectly executed! Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle! Talk about a show, that match had it all! Time to get down to business. The first round starts now! Yo, put that away! Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. With the throw. Still slugging it out here. Trips him up. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop him. Throws him down. Knockdown. Throws him. What's next? Taking stock. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Good instincts to spend resources while they have perfect parry. Player 1 chases them down. Gets the parry in. Brushes that off and keeps going. Jumps. Gets the jump in. Both fighters are working with empty drive gauge. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Experiencing burnout. Max SA gauges. Bends the meters. Hoping for a good return. Turning all three bars for the brown shaped cannonball. Unleashing the beast. Going in. Flatline zone. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build up some...
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Let us begin. Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Knew they'd go for it. That's a good read. Corner switch means they can now go on the offensive. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Solid combo. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Sticks the jump in. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Gets the knockdown, and now impact's a no-go. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Lets off a projectile to waste time. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with Fireball. Throws a Fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Burnout is triggered. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. KO! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Who'll gain control of the match in the early going. All right, what's coming up next? Burnout triggered! Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Breaks their guard with a throw. Here comes the mix-up. They exchange blows. Breaks the block with a throw. What'll happen here? Player 2 in dire straits with Burnout. Not much life difference. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Barely, they're going for the super art. Hits them with the Busta Wolf for some stylish damage. Ooh, what a smart blow. You've got to be mindful of reaching. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. The drive impact doesn't work. Player 2, no way. No signs of what a finish. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting. Hits the drive. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. This is gonna hurt. With super art to show off what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
What's wrong? Get up!
Drives it back, misses. This unleashes some big damage. Struck over in a flash.
That was catch as catch can, as you're gonna get in a fight.
Chun-Li, Chen, Blanca, Zhang Chen,
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
gotta do round 1. Fight!
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Blocks the jump in. The impact gets blocked. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Oh! They cancel out each other's move. Checks with the projectile. There's a corner switch. Impact's a no-go. The pace is slowed considerably. Who will make the first move? Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Brushes off the impact. That drive impact is blocked. Okay, creating some space here. The jump in catches them. Knockdown.
How's this?
The jump in is denied. Back throw for the side switch. That drive impact doesn't get through. Blocks it. Reads their mind and texts a throw.
How's this?
Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Checks him with the projectile. Player for KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? That combo did decent damage. Grabs and throws him away. Both fighters have a full super. Hits him with a stopping block. Connects with medium kick. Knockdown and... Player blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 2 will look to apply experiencing burnout. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Scared money don't make no money. Spins it all for the Shinryu Ripper!
Bet that.
They must have a game plan here with the critical art on deck, but execute sets up with the jump in. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Whiffs with that huge attack. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. What will solid anti-air? Both fighters' drive gauges might be burned out, but the fire's still blazing. Presses for a reaction with a fireball. Back into the corner. What setup to the charges of the plasma? Oh, here we go. Oh man, this is a next with the throw. Drives and back misses. What's next?
How's this?
Scuff him. Here comes the corner punch. Impact squash. A trade, but still works out. Grabs him. This is a critical moment. Excellent block. Jinrai? Oh my god, they are done! Player 1 has gotta be doing good getting the win out of that absolute carnage!
Round 1.
It's not over yet! Best believe it's time for that run back! Aims for the connects with the throw! Player 1 needs to use the cut of the corner here. I can't keep track of these corner switches. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Beautiful setup with that attack. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. They just went for it with that super. This may be the start of their counter-offensive. Goes low. Even with both fighters in burnout, this may be the time to strike and take the round. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. They're going for the super art. The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. KO. Player 2 with a good start to the fight. But can they keep it up? Starting off with Fireball, brushes that off and keeps going. Quick dashing. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? What's the next move? Player 1 has a slight life lead. We have a super art on deck. Expect to see way more pressure here. Grabs and throws him away. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. What'll happen here? Now, can they finish the job? This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Looking for a chance. Jinrai brushes that off and keeps going. Plate experiencing burnout. Drops him hard. Excellent block. Can they create enough? Reads the throw and escapes. This is gonna hurt. Cross-up attack. Tons of space. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe, doesn't take the throw. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps, brushes that off and keeps going. Down to the wire. They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Throws them to negate the block. All that effort for so little payoff. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Well-timed corner switch. Player 1 needs to switch it up if they want to take it home. Taking stock. Misses the drive impact. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Oh, what's this? Digs in deep to get that drive in. Very difficult to use drive here. How will both fighters cope? How will they manage their drive gauges? Both fighters planning something? Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Looking for a chance. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. What'll happen? Brushes that off and keeps going. Oh, burnout triggered. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal throws them. Amazing! Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 can't use. Oh my God! They just choked it up. Tensions are running high. Both of them can finish this now. They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's gotta make a move. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Nice fireball. Break through with the throw. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Jump! Solid anti-air. Player 2 needs to use that drive gauge better if they want to take things back. Gets into perfect fireball ring. Goes to the air. The fighter reads the jump in perfectly. Ooh, what a smart throw. What now? There's a burnout. Player, oh my God, they just choked it up. Sets up with the jump in. Whip super, genius read with that throw escape. Knocked them out of the air. Amazing. Ooh, does them dirty. Looking for a hole. Just rushes in. This can lead to some big damage. What's next? Uses their drive gauge. Were they looking to connect with it? Oh, are you kidding me? That was a fight heard round them.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do this. Come on. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Goes for the low kick. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Throws him down. All right. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Knockdown. Can't tech the throw. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? I can't keep track of these corner switches. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Does a good job of pushing back. Eats it up with a combo into super. Opts for the strike ender for the damage. Looking for something after? Target locked and scoop. The big play does it. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Big, low, reaching heavy. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Player 1 chases them down. Goes low. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Whips with that huge attack. Uses the target combo as a filler. What'll happen here? Not much life left, but their drive usage with a super art? The super doesn't hit. That's not gonna hit. Quick dashing. Bailey's in there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Jumps big time whip. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Player 1 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Impact squash. They return to center stage. Player 1 has anti-air in the clutch. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Grounds him from above. Jumps. Connects with the throw. Oh, here we go.
How's this?
Not in range for the throw. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. You need guts to pull that off. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Throws a lot, hits them with a stop and block. Quick dashing. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. The low heavy hits. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. What are they thinking here? They gotta be careful here because a full drive gauge can erase what life they have left in a flash. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. The throw misses. Taking stock. Life lead opens up. Grabs him, takes a trip. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Oh, they can't squander this punish counter chance. Lashes him, wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Overhead, but it won't work. Throw connects and does big damage. They block the overhead and creates an opening with a low heavy. Both fighters having a full super art gauge means positioning is critical here. Player 1 will look to... Were they baiting them into that? Quick dashing. Doesn't miss a beat. Genius read. Smart play with the throw. Not much life difference. Hits him with a stop and block. Player 1 will need it's a good spot to use a super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. We have super arts on the perfect tech. Gotta be careful. Solid anti-air. Are we gonna see a comeback here? A single hit will do it. A jump? KO! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes for the fireball. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Denies that throw attempt. The cross-up connects. Takes a trip. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Sticks the combo. Can't tech the throw. Knockdown. Not so fast. Box him with a target combo. Very solid corner switch. This is the range where things get messy. Get some. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They block the overhead and leads them. Looking to plant them with a pile driver. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Jumps up. Oh, what's this?
They can't squander this punish counter chance. Flashes him.
Going in? Player 1 needs to use the... burnout activates. They're in range. KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Jumps. Breaks the block with a throw. There's a change of sides. Big time whip.
There's the impact.
Not letting that go unpunished.
With super arts into play, it's really anything goes across that arm.
Great job in escaping that quarter penalty.
Super arts to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you.
Uh-oh.
This could really tip the scales.
That hurt.
Super! That's what we want to see.
Looking for a hold. Amazing. They're hurt. Big time.
How's this?
All whiff and no throw. Close range projectile. What's next? Things are looking very... A fireball at that range? Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checks with a projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Box him with a target combo. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. The throw misses. Throws him to negate the block. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 chases him down. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that. To come from the brink like that? What a comeback! Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Checks him with the projectile. Flashes him. Can't tech the throw. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Blocks the overhead. Breaks those shins. Side switch and brushes that off and keeps going. Took him to the corner and a flash. What'll happen here? Looking for a chance. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Still alive? Still alive? Are they dead? Oh, they're dead! What a way to close it out! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the uses their drive gauge. Demon Raid, placed it. Smart play to stop the opponent there. We're just getting started here. Oh, the throw connects. What'll happen here? Breaks the block with a throw. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Connects with the throw. What now? Dragon Lash. Pump nothing but air. Ooh, what a smart throw. The low kick hits. Can they use the... What a clutch low heavy. Close range projectile. Throws them. Oh, here we go. A trade, but still works out. A jump in? Oh, what's this? Are you serious? That comeback was unreal. We just saw this fighter play out of their goddamn mind there. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that rundown. Nice fireball. Brushes that off and keeps going. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. Player one has the life advantage. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Oh, easy tech. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Down to the wire. Beautiful setup with that attack. Knockdown. Player two chases them down. Teleports. Player one will have to fight back, experiencing burnout. Knockdown and comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player two with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Throws them to negate the block. Player one will look to apply, bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. In real rip-off. Big super hard hit. It's on. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player two needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage here. Up and over. Finishes with the throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Player one managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Okay, here we go. Cross that off. Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Both absolutely refuse super art to show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Snatches them with simple calamity. What about Akuma when he really means business? Amazing. Checking with the fireball. How will they react? So heavy out of nowhere. Player two is a fourth. They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Blocks the jump in. Puts one in the pocket. Player two is just about out of drive after that. Opts for the throw. Knockdown. Does a good job of pushing back. Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. Shoots off a fireball up close. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Takes the chance to hurt him. Gets the jump in. Taking stock. Keeping them away. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Both fighters. Shippujinrai doing the business. Both fighters are barely hanging in there, but someone's gotta act. They take some time to back off and regroup. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Brushes off the impact. Player one did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their grounding. What'll happen here? They were expecting that drive impact. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. So, what's next? Feeling out the space area. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Do they have enough drive gauge? Expect both fighters to crank it up a bit now that we're halfway through the round. Player 1 blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Smart play with the throw. A quick breather.
Clutch, anti-air.
Our fighters are at a stand.
Perfect execution with the anti-air.
Life lead is there, but still anyone's game.
Cashes out the game right there. Sure, he's going to a dark place. Kai Sen Kai Raku.
Such a lovely face.
Big game tip, excellent block. Crown them. No way, that win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. The last round. It's now or never. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Buffs up. Sets up with the jump in. Target combo into. Amazing. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in, a dash, close range projectile. Pokes with a kick. All the throw connects. They've got about half life left. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. Gotta do better than that. Good parry. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Solid anti-air. Impact squash.
How's this?
A jump in? This is gonna hurt.